Hey everybody, how's it going? Mike back again. Uh, we're going back, continuing with the music DVDs. Um, as you can see, I'm keeping notes just to keep organized. And the last video I did with these was, well, we're on my music video collection, part 3, which is DVDs. Part 1 was VHS, part 2 was Blu-rays, part 3 is DVDs, and I have so many that we had to split it up into a lot of parts. So this will be part 5. Yeah, we last left off with part 3D, which was Billy Joel and Elton John. So this will be part 3 DVDs, part 3E of my music video collection. Last time it was just Billy Joel and Elton John. This time we're still staying alphabetically, so it's the luck of the draw. We've done about 60 titles so far. And so here we go, continuing with the end of J's. I have Journey, Greatest Hits 1978 to 1987. And that's exactly what it says it is. It is, well, almost 20 years of music videos and live performances. There's the back cover. The inside, once again, if you haven't heard me talk about it before, every Sony music video has the same silly DVD catalog in there, but we went through that before. So there's the disc. And let's see. Yeah, the back cover, it has 18 tracks. Things like Don't Stop Believin', Wheel in the Sky, Faithfully, I'll Be Alright Without You. You know, music videos from 1980, Live from Houston, Texas in 1981, Live from LA, California in 1986. So 18 tracks of their greatest hits. And you see this is the same as their greatest hits CD cover. So I guess this is a companion piece to their greatest hits CD. And second and finally, we have Journey Live in Houston 1981, the Escape Tour. Escape was the name of one of their albums. Matter of fact, here's the album right here. And this is a DVD CD collector's edition. So when we open it up, there it is. There's the CD and the DVD right there. DVD, CD. And another one of these top loading booklets. So there's the booklet. Not too bad. Fairly thin, but not too bad. What you'd expect. You know, once again, it's kind of like a concert program with not much reading and a whole hell of a lot of pictures. And this, like the title says, so pretty self-explanatory. It's a concert from Houston, Texas in 1981. There's the back cover. This is 18 songs plus a bonus track, a 19th song, which is only on the CD, called The Party's Over. The DVD, this package was released in 2005. And again, the 18 tracks, if you've ever been to a Journey concert, I actually haven't, but I imagine this is what they played, especially in 1981. Songs like Escape, Line of Fire, Light, Stay a While, Open Arms, Who's Crying Now, Keep on Running, Don't Stop Believin', Wheel in the Sky, Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin', Any Way You Want It. So this is pretty good, and as you know, I like to make CDs out of a lot of these DVDs so I can listen to them in the car. I've been doing that since I've had a CD recorder. I'm on my 3rd or 4th. I've been doing that long before digital was ever a thing. I've been doing that since I think I got my first CD recorder in 97 or 98, so that was long before digital formats, thumb drives, iPods, smartphones, all that kind of stuff. So it's a hobby of mine. I still like to make CDs, but a set like this saves me the trouble. I can bring this in the car and just listen to the CD if I want to. And on this one, the CD actually has one more song than the DVD. So boom, there you go. Now we go on to a band that is controversial in the sense that, well, a lot of people think that they suck. A lot of people think that their music is a joke. And a lot of people are die-hard fans. They even have a fan club that calls themselves the Army. That's right, folks. You wanted the best, you got the best, the hottest band in the land. KISS! So we have KISS. And this is Confidential and Extreme Close-Up. Double feature special edition. I actually used to own these two on VHS. These are actually two separate programs. Confidential, of course, with a K, was a VHS tape, and Extreme Close-Up was another VHS tape, both released in the 80s. But they streamlined it onto one disc, both programs. And there we see the back cover. There's a sticker from FYE. You see that I bought it used. So, let's see. Confidential. Well, the DVD came out in 2004, and the total running time of this DVD is 3 hours. Each program is an hour and a half. Confidential is on the left here, and Extreme Close-Up is on the right. And they both have basically the same format. There's documentary segments like interviews, backstage clips, and then there's song clips as well as full performances. Both video, both like MTV music videos, and in concert performances. So I'm trying to see if they have a year. I don't remember the years that these two programs actually came out. It just gives you 2004 as the DVD release date. But if I remember correctly, Confidential came out somewhere around 84, 85, and Extreme Close-Up came out somewhere around 92 in support of their Revenge album, which was their second or third to last album without makeup before they put the makeup back on in 96. So, yeah, all their hits are here. Creatures of the Night, Deuce, 100,000 Years, Detroit Rock City, Hotter Than Hell, Domino, God of Thunder, Beth. And there's stuff here that goes back to the very early days. Their first album came out in 1974. They have performances here from Detroit's Cobo Hall in 1975, all the way up to videos from 1992. So there's 3 hours of KISS goodness on here. My personal opinion is I really enjoy them. I mean, you guys know my favorite kind of music by now is singer-songwriters, guitars, great lyrics. But ever since I was little, I'm talking 3, 4, 5 years old, seeing KISS on TV in the very, very, very early 80s. They caught my 4 or 5-year-old attention, and I was actually scared of them. Gene said, as a 4-year-old, they actually, kind of scared me but intrigued me the same way a horror movie does. If you're that age when you were like 7 or 8 years old when you first saw Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street, and Freddy and Jason or Michael Myers scared you, but yet you couldn't look away, so you kind of ran out of the room, peeked around the corner. That's kind of the way I felt about like the makeup. But as I got a little bit older, and I'm talking not that much older, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I started to buy their records. Yes, records. And I've been a fan ever since. I've seen them in concert 4 or 5 times. First time I saw them was in 96 when they first put the makeup back on, so I never saw them without makeup. But they've had many band changes, so I would say they are actually one of my favorite bands. Not top 10, but they're up there. I enjoy them. And then there's KISSology, the Ultimate Kiss Collection in 3 volumes. KISSology, Volume 1, 2, and 3. Now, I could do a whole video on these 3, but I won't, and I'll try to go fast. Not super fast, but Volume 1 is 1974 to 1977, and it's got that cool, you can kind of see the 4 original members there. Volume 2 is 1978 to 1991. Let me just say, the original members, we have Paul Stanley, Ace Frehley, Peter Criss, and Gene Simmons. And then Volume 2, 78 to 91, Ace Frehley, Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons. By that time, Peter Criss had left the band, was replaced by Eric Carr. There was other replacements. Ace Frehley left, was replaced by Vinnie Vincent. Then Mark St. John, then Bruce Kulick, then Ace came back. I'm sure I'm probably missing somebody. And they had tons of session players that weren't credited. And Volume 3, 1992 to 2000. So here we see the original lineup again as they reunited. So there's a lot of guys left out of these front covers. And here's the back cover of Volume 1, the back cover of Volume 2, and the back cover of Volume 3. So let's open up Volume 1. They all have these kind of slips, if that's what you want to call it. I'm not even sure if that's the correct term for that. And they open up. I know this is going to fall apart. As you open it up, it gives you the contents there. And, okay, there we go. So, Volume 1 is a 2-disc set. And inside, we have the booklet. And the booklets are nice. These are actually nice sets. They even give you this iron-on patch that you can actually iron onto a shirt. Spring Tour 1975 Backstage Pass. This is one of those iron-on things. So a nice little piece of memorabilia. And here's the booklet, which again has reading material. It gives the credits of what's on. It explains the contents of each DVD in detail. And there's a bonus disc as well from January 25th, 1976, Cobo Hall, Detroit, Michigan, in one of these cheapo cases. But this is a DVD. And we see the back there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 10 songs on here. So this is the bonus disc. And it all comes in this folder here. So let me put this back in the folder and close it back up. And there we see. So like on disc 1, there's stuff like from February 17th, 1974, which is when their very first album came out. There's one song from Long Beach, California. Then there's ABC in Concert from 1974. An appearance from the Mike Douglas Show. A concert from San Francisco in 75. An appearance on the Midnight Special in 75. Promo clips from 75. A documentary from 75. Cobo Hall from 76, separate from that bonus disc. Total runtime 3 hours 23 minutes for disc 1. Disc 2, the Paul Lynde Halloween special. If you remember who Paul Lynde is, they actually had a Halloween special that Kiss starred in. Live from Tokyo, Japan in Budokan Hall, April 77. An appearance on Don Kirshner's rock concert, May of 77. And a concert from Houston, Texas in September of 77. Total runtime, 2 hours, 56 minutes. So you get almost 6.5 hours there. And you see each concert. The white are the songs. The red type is the title. The white are the songs. So you see each concert has tons of songs. And the smaller red ones, I know you can't read it, but I just read it to you. The smaller red ones are the TV appearances. So there's tons of stuff on these KISSologies. I'm not going to be as thorough with volumes 2 and 3, but I will open them. Here's volume 2. Again, opens the same way. This one is 3 discs because it covers a lot more years. Covers 78 to 91, so there's 3 discs. And once again, we see here what is on disc 1, 2, and 3. An hour and 40 minutes, 2 hours and 4 minutes, and 3 hours and 2 minutes. So that's about 7 hours. And there's I don't know if any of you remember, if you're a little bit older than me, or if you see the repeats, they made a TV movie called Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, actually included in here. Check that out. Really funny movie. I'm going to do a review on that one day, just on that one movie. Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. It would take way too long to explain, but very funny. Tom Snyder Show, music videos, more concerts from Australia, a show called Fridays, which was like a sketch show they put up opposite Saturday Night Live, that starred Michael Richards, concerts from Brazil, Portugal. There's even a concert from the Spectrum in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hey, Philly. So that's exciting, from 1987, at least for me. Detroit, Michigan from 1990. Music videos. And again, we open up the folder part, pull out the stuff, and in this one, we get a replica backstage pass. We get the booklet, which again explains in detail what's on each DVD. And all this writing, again, I know you can't read it, but it's interviews with the members of the band and what they think about each particular segment of what's on these DVDs. Another important thing on this KISSology Volume 2 is a CNN interview with Peter Criss, the drummer, when he first left the band, the first time he appeared on TV without makeup. And there's always a bonus disc, and they actually, all these came with different bonus discs. Like, if you bought it at Best Buy, you got one bonus disc. If you bought it at Walmart or Target or whatever, you got another one. If you bought it at Amazon, you'd get another one. So you had to like double or triple dip to get all the bonus discs. I wasn't about to do that. I got all these at Best Buy. So the bonus disc on this has from the Crazy Nights tour in August of '88, from the Ritz in New York City. Again, about 10 songs. So more concert material. And another 7 hours on Volume 2. If you're a Kiss fan, again, this is boring the hell out of you if you don't like Kiss. If you're a big fan, you already know about this, and if not, hopefully you're enjoying it anyway. And again, this is Volume 3, 1992, when that Revenge album came out, through 2006. And well, this one's thick. There, this is going to fall apart when I open it. There's a lot of stuff in the folder here, so I'll take that stuff out first and just show you, because this is 4 discs. So the first one was 2, the second one was 3, and part 3 is 4 discs. And in the folder of this one, we have, well, actually it's not anything more. It's the same type of booklet with plenty of pictures and a decent amount of reading material, interviews with members of the band. And the bonus disc this time is a concert from 1992 from Sao Paulo, Brazil. And again, well, the other two had 10 songs. This has like, wow, 2, 4, 6, 8, about 16 or 20 songs on there. So this has 4 discs, and tons of stuff. There we see disc 1, 2, 3, and 4. Running time 3 hours, 257, 248, and disc 4 is short, only 43 minutes, plus the bonus disc. Disc 1, you know, again, a concert from 92. If you watched my VHS tape, my VHS tapes music video collection part 1, you guys saw that I owned MTV Unplugged, Kiss MTV Unplugged. Well, that VHS tape was heavily edited, and on disc 1 from August of 95, the first time the original 4 members played together, it is not heavily edited. It is the performance in its entirety. So there's plenty right there on disc 1, and that was really exciting for me. I remember as an 18, was 90, yeah, I was 18, seeing that, and then the next year I saw them in concert. Disc 2 goes into their reunion tours in Detroit, from Under the Brooklyn Bridge from MTV Video Music Awards, Dodger Stadium in 1998, which continues on disc 3. If you remember their movie with Edward Furlong, who was in Terminator 2, Detroit Rock City, the Kiss movie, it has the concert the mini concert they did from the LA premiere party for that, a concert from 2000 in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and disc 4 is, I guess, a look back. It's, I think it was footage they had just unearthed when this came out, so it wasn't available for KISSology 1. But it's from Coventry, which is like a small club in Queens, New York, and it's from December 22nd, 1973, before they had even released an album. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 9 songs there from 1973 before they even released an album. So that might be, and if I'm not totally mistaken, that is the earliest video footage, professionally shot video footage of Kiss. Playing Deuce, Cold Gin, Nothing to Lose, Strutter, Firehouse, Let Me Know, 100,000 Years, Black Diamond, and Let Me Go, Rock and Roll. And that's 43 minutes. So, this is if you're a Kiss fan, these are really awesome, I have to say. And, yeah, Volume 1 came out in 2006. Volume 2 and 3 came out in 2007. And, yeah, the Coventry gig, restored, remastered, available for the first time anywhere. So, we have 1, 2, and 3. Reverse order for you guys. We have 1, 2, and 3. And, you know, each one is like 7 or 8 hours, plus the bonus disc, which is at least another hour each. So just say, you know, somewhere between 22 and 28 hours for the 3 of them. Full concerts, partial concerts, interviews, music videos, TV appearances. If you saw the Harry Chapin DVDs that I did, they appear on a lot of the same shows. Don Kirshner's rock concert, the Midnight Special, things like that. So, just really cool stuff from Kiss. Okay, enough about Kiss. Back to the singer-songwriter, Gordon Lightfoot, live in Reno. Now, maybe some of you younger people don't know who Gordon Lightfoot is. Maybe some of you don't care. But I really enjoy Gordon Lightfoot. And there's a picture of him in his older age. Although this is getting pretty old now, too. This is from 2001. Concerts from 2000. But he's the guy that did the song Carefree Highway, Sundown. He had a lot of great hits. In the started in the 60s, broke big, I guess, in the 70s. Sundown, Carefree Highway, The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, great folk rock song. Rainy Day People, Early Morning Rain. In the Peter, Paul, and Mary covered that to great success. And the one you would probably know him for the most is If You Could Read My Mind. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts would tell. Just like a paperback novel, like a ghost from a wishing well, blah, blah, blah. Again, I'm not going to sing for you, but I really enjoy Gordon Lightfoot. This is put out by Image Entertainment from 2000, concert from 2000, and 22 tracks and 87 minutes. So 22 tracks, hour and a half. Gordon Lightfoot, good stuff. Going to a much and this is a band I started listening to in high school, which was when they were most popular in the mid '90s, and that would be Live. And this is live at the Paradiso in Amsterdam. And there's the back cover. It has 17 songs and is from 2008. And it has a bonus feature of special behind-the-scenes footage. There's the inside there. It's got a small booklet there. It's a decent-sized club in Amsterdam. Regular 8-page booklet with plenty of photos and credits there in the middle. And Live is a band that I really got turned on to in high school. In high school, I was still listening to Billy Joel, Harry Chapin, Jim Croce, Simon and Garfunkel. But then I started expanding into like some newer bands, not a lot, but bands like Counting Crows and Live, I really enjoyed. And out of the bands that got their start in the 90s, I've seen Live the most. I think I've seen Live about 8 times. And I saw them 3 times in 1995 alone. So in the summer of 95, that was the summer I graduated, my friends and I think we went to a concert like almost every week, some weeks 2 concerts. Not always at big places either, like the Spectrum or the Core State Center where the Flyers play. Smaller places like the Mann Music Center or the Blockbuster Entertainment Center in Camden, which is now called something else. The Tower Theater, the Electric Factory in Philadelphia, and plenty of hits from Live on here if you like Live. Songs like All Over You, the Dolphins Cry, Selling the Drama, Lightning Crashes, I Alone, and they do a great cover of Johnny Cash's I Walk the Line, which I find really, really cool. Here's one that you might make fun of me for, but I make no apologies. This is Barry Manilow, First and Farewell, 2 DVD set. There's the back cover with all the song listings. And the reason they call it First and Farewell, well, first of all, just a small insert, is because the first disc is First. It's all early stuff from Manilow. And Farewell is from one of his many farewell concerts. These guys, they like to consistently go on farewell tours. So, here's disc 1, 62 minutes. And disc 2 is 117 minutes. So, twice as long. So, disc 1 and disc 2. Disc 1 is an hour, disc 2 is 2 hours. And disc 1 has the first rehearsal from 1974. He was also, he's a pretty good songwriter. I mean, you guys, I'm sure, know he wrote songs like Mandy and Weekend in New England, things like that. But he got his start, he would write commercial jingles to make money. So there's even like a medley of commercial jingles for things like Dr. Pepper, State Farm Insurance, Stridex, Vitalis Hairspray, Franco-American, Schaefer Beer, Pepsi, and McDonald's. I mean, that's just kind of interesting. But, it's a rehearsal from New York City in November of 1974 with a lot of his early songs. And then the farewell part, the disc 2, is a concert from Anaheim, California in November of 2004. It's in 2 acts, so there's an intermission. And, well, yeah, it's a greatest hits tour, basically. So, you know, it's a miracle, Mandy, even now, somewhere down the road, can't smile without you, I made it through the rain, weekend in New England, I write the songs, plenty of good stuff like that. And again, you could say this is wimpy music, and I would probably agree with you, but there's just something about the piano. I mean, I love Harry Chapin and Billy Joel. I can't say it enough. You guys are so tired of hearing me saying it, but Harry Chapin had all guitar-based music, and Billy Joel is known as the piano man. So there's something about those two instruments I love. And if a song has good lyrics and those one or both of those instruments, I tend to enjoy it. And Barry Manilow is a great piano player and an even greater songwriter. So there's sentimental and sappy songs like Mandy, Even Now. But I grew up listening to them. My mom loved them as a little kid, so she would always have music. Well, both my parents always had music playing throughout the house. My dad was more of a rock guy. My mom was more of a, easy listening Barry Manilow type. So, in the afternoons when I was home from school or on the summer, she would be cleaning house and I would help her or just sit around watching TV or whatever, but she'd always have music playing. And I grew up listening to people like Barry Manilow. So stuff grows on you, and I'm not going to make apologies. Again, he's not in my top 20, I probably should do that, shouldn't I? I should make like an official top 20 list. That would be hard. He definitely wouldn't make it, but if I did make a top 50 list, he would be on there. Here's a legend, undeniably. One of the Beatles, Paul McCartney, The Space Within Us. This is a solo Paul McCartney, 115 minutes. There's the back cover. It's got a fancy Dan slipcover there, but same thing. As I drop it, getting old. And the inside is the DVD and a booklet. Booklet is fairly thin. Again, concert program-ish with credits and plenty of pictures. On the back, it gives all the tour dates to this particular tour. And this was a U.S. tour from 2006. Well, the DVD's from 2000, the DVD's from 06. The concert is from 05. So the Space Within Us, and I think that's a play on words, the Space Within US, because it's the US tour. That was the name of the tour. And live performances of over 30 hits. Plenty of Beatles songs, plenty of Wings songs, plenty of Paul McCartney solo songs. Band on the Run, Magical Mystery Tour, Eleanor Rigby, Baby You Can Drive My Car, Good Day Sunshine, I've Got a Feeling, closes out with Yesterday, Get Back, great stuff. There's bonus features like a sound check with a whole lot of shaking going on and How Kind of You, interviews with Paul McCartney and his band, a U.S. tour pre-show film, On the Road with Us, U.S., and liner notes with an introduction by Cameron Crowe. I showed you that booklet. And this runs, like I said, 115 minutes plus extras. So this is pretty cool. And finishing out the mix, the MCs, is one of my top 20, definitely, Don McLean, American Troubadour. Everybody knows, Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, This'll be the day that I die. Dun, dun. This is actually a documentary, although there are full song performances. There's lots of song snippets and tons of interviews. And this is a documentary about Don McLean, who I really like. He did the song Vincent, Starry, Starry Night, which was inspired by Vincent van Gogh. Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills, sketch the trees and the daffodils. Again, not a voice worth doing a concert, but just so you maybe remember, jogs your memory. Everybody knows American Pie. This is put out by Time Life. As a bonus, there's some full-length songs. There's interviews with Brian Wilson, Don McLean, Mike Mills. It's 85 minutes, and it says, including the bonus features, brings it up to 101 minutes. And it's fairly new, actually. Came out in 2012. So this is Don McLean, American Troubadour. The first sentence: Don McLean is one of America's most enduring singer-songwriters and is forever associated with his classic hits American Pie, Vincent, Starry, Starry Night, Crying, which is a Roy Orbison cover, and Castles in the Air, and many more. Since first hitting the charts in '71, McLean has amassed over 40 gold and platinum records. In 2004, inductee into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, recorded by plenty of other artists, so on and so forth. So, this is really good. Directed by a guy named Jim Brown, who has done documentaries on Pete Seeger, The Weavers, Woody Guthrie, and Peter, Paul, and Mary. And in the future, you'll see, as we get on to the P's and S's, I have 2 of the 4 that I just mentioned. I have the Peter, Paul, and Mary documentary, and I have the Pete Seeger documentary. But Don McLean's another great one. So, we're looking at about the 37-minute mark. I think that's about it for this part. We're still going to be on M when we come back, but that got us up to MC. So, that was this part. We did a couple Journeys, bunch of Kisses, Gordon Lightfoot, live, Paul McCartney, Barry Manilow, Paul McCartney, and Don McLean. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you stay tuned for the next part. Next part, we'll start out with M.E. Won't tell you who that is, because it might make you turn off. I'm just kidding. I like the guy. Okay, so, till next time, everybody have a great weekend if I don't see you till next week. And take it easy. Thanks for watching. Bye.